Have you ever noticed how life can start to feel like an endless checklist? You wake up, and before you've even taken a full breath, your mind is already racing. Thinking about what needs to be done, who you're supposed to become, what needs fixing. There's a quiet pressure humming beneath it all, whispering that you should already be further along by now. It's draining, isn't it? Like you're chasing something you can't quite define. And strangely, no one can pinpoint exactly when this started. The belief that every moment must be optimized. It just creeps in until resting begins to feel less like peace and more like guilt. Here's the truth. Most people don't realize how deeply they've been conditioned to equate doing with living. Society celebrates motion, progress, goals, achievements. It's woven into everything: school, work, even spirituality. Keep improving, they say. Keep evolving. So you run. You fill every quiet space with something, scrolling, planning, worrying, because silence feels like failure. But in all that movement, you forget how to be. You forget that being alive doesn't mean performing life. It means feeling it. Life, however, isn't a ladder you climb. It's more like an ocean. You don't have to swim frantically to stay afloat. Sometimes it's okay to just float and let the current carry you. The truth is, existence itself is movement. Even when you're still, your cells are dancing, your heart's pulsing, the planet's spinning. You're already doing life just by breathing. You're participating in this grand unfolding experience, whether or not you force yourself to keep busy. When you finally understand that, the need to prove yourself starts to dissolve. You realize the ocean doesn't reward the wave that splashes the hardest. It just keeps moving naturally, effortlessly. Once that sinks in, something deep within you softens. You realize the ocean doesn't reward the wave that splashes the hardest. It just keeps moving naturally, effortlessly. Once that sinks in, something deep within you softens. The more it seems to run ahead of you. But the moment you stop and just stand still, life meets you where you are. You start noticing things again. The warmth of light through a window, the rhythm of your own breath, the fact that you exist in this vast, mysterious universe. Living isn't about how many steps you take. It's about realizing the ground beneath your feet is already sacred. And here's the funny part. When you stop obsessing over doing, you actually become more productive, more creative, more alive. Because now you're flowing with life instead of fighting against it. You're no longer forcing yourself through days. You're gliding through them. You start acting from inspiration, not obligation. What you do begins to matter again, not because it proves your worth, but because it expresses your being. That's when you finally understand what it means to live. It's not something to chase, it's something to allow. When you finally stop running, something unexpected happens. You realize the world was never in a hurry. The trees aren't rushing to grow. The ocean isn't anxious to reach the shore. And the stars don't panic about shining on time. Everything in nature moves in rhythm, not rush. And somewhere deep inside, you have that same rhythm, too. You just forgot how to listen to it. We're taught to always chase the next thing, to fill every gap with purpose. But there's a quiet power in slowing down. In the stillness, something inside you stirs. That stillness you resist. It's not emptiness. It's alignment. It's you remembering what it means to just live. There's something powerful about watching an animal in its natural state. A cat can sit for hours, eyes half closed, perfectly content doing absolutely nothing. No guilt, no rush, no sense of wasted time. It's just being. And somehow in that stillness, it's more alive than most humans on their busiest days. Because animals don't think about existing, they exist. Meanwhile, humans get tangled in the idea that they must earn their right to rest. But imagine if you gave yourself permission to exist like that, to breathe without reason, to sit without shame, to let the world move around you while you remain grounded in being. You'd find that peace doesn't come from doing everything right. It comes from realizing there's nothing you have to do to begin with. And when you do act, when you choose to move, it no longer comes from pressure. It comes from peace. That's the magic of being. You stop doing things because you feel like you have to and start doing them because you want to. There's a softness to that shift. You can feel it. The difference between tension and flow, between surviving and living. When action grows out of stillness, it carries a different energy, an effortless kind of presence. You're not forcing life anymore. You're dancing with it. Every task, no matter how small, becomes sacred because it's no longer a demand on your time. It's an expression of your being, and that's what just living really means. It's not about escaping responsibility or abandoning goals. It's about remembering your center in the middle of it all. You still show up. You still grow. You still dream. But you do it from a place of calm knowing, not restless striving. When you shift from being to doing, life feels lighter. You stop reaching for meaning and start radiating it. You stop chasing purpose and start becoming it. That's the art of just being. And once you taste it, you'll never want to live any other way. So, let this be your reminder. You don't have to fix, chase, or force anything. You just have to live. Empty the noise, drop the tension, and return to that quiet space within you. This is where life truly begins.